How come HRT didn't tell me what day of the week it is? Because it only tells me the future.
Yeah.
So subscribe, click the bell button, like, buy cookbooks, and freaking spend more money on stuff, and just, yeah.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another one with us, the Review Bros, and today it's something a little bit different. We're going to be going through Greg Doucette's pre-workout formula and just doing a quick breakdown for you guys. You know, what do myself and Aaron think about the formula from his supplement company, Htlt, harder than last time. And no, that's not a sexual innuendo, that is his catchphrase. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get into the formula. So I've got it behind the camera so I can easily sort of make reference to it. So if you see me looking over there, it's because I'm looking at the formula, okay? So we got 2 scoops, 33 grams. God damn, that's definitely, I'd actually argue that's probably double the norm. So you're getting an absolutely stacked pre-workout. It's one of these 20-40 serving ones. I mean, you could make a good argument that even the 1 scoop would be sufficient for a lot of people, particularly beginners. But obviously, as you know, we always stick with a max serving when we're going through formulas and when we're taking the pre-workout. So let's go through it on max dosage, the full 2 scoops. So first up, we have got L-citrulline at 10 grams. The most we've ever seen is in More Plates, More Dates pre-workout. I believe that's in there at 10 grams as well. So this is matching that. And I do think 10 grams is the highest amount you'd ever want. I think after that, it's just diminishing returns. I think studies have shown that up to 10 grams is beneficial, with more, you know, with the higher end being more beneficial than the lower end. So yeah, he's gone all in on the L-citrulline. Obviously, that's an amino acid that helps to bump up nitric oxide levels within the bloodstream. It's a precursor to L-arginine. So yeah, it's going to help getting that blood flowing, getting the pumps on. So, you know, you can't go wrong with that dosage. That's crazy stuff. And then he's actually gone and listed malic acid separately to the L-citrulline at 3 grams. So for anyone that likes the malic acid bonded to the L-citrulline, he's thrown it in separately just for good measure. That's been shown to have some endurance benefits. So do you know what? Have it as well if you want it. Then we've got creatine monohydrate at 5 grams. You know, 3 to 5 is the daily amount you should be taking. So he's gone for the upper end on that as well. Greg's obviously not messing around with dosages on this bad boy. So as you all know, creatine's the most studied supplement ingredient out there effectively, and it's going to help with your power output, your athletic performance, a bit with pumps. You know, it's a nice, well-rounded ingredient. It's fantastic. A lot of people argue that it shouldn't really be in pre-workouts. Mine and Aaron's stance is we don't mind it in there if it's at the clinical dose, which it is here. So, you know, we'll take it, especially in more daily driver-esque formulas, which you could make a serious argument that this one is. So it's form fitting, we'll say that. And then Greg's gone all in with a 4 gram dose of beta-alanine, the amino acid that helps with endurance when it builds up in your system, but also gives you that itchy tingly sensation that we personally love. And actually, whenever we've done polls on Instagram, it's always come back at like 80% people like it. So, you know, the majority of people do actually enjoy the itchy butthole. So it's a good thing to see it in this pre-workout for, you know, for me and Aaron and many other people. So thumbs up, you know, he's gone for a mega dose, can't complain. Then we move down to betaine nitrate, 2 grams. Obviously some of that's going to yield betaine, some of that's going to yield the nitrate. And then we've got that paired with betaine anhydrous at a further 2 grams. So you're definitely hitting clinical across the 2. That's going to help with obviously the pumps from the nitrates in the form of boosting up your nitric oxide levels within the bloodstream, helping with the L-citrulline. And then you've got the betaine anhydrous as well, which is just going to help with power output, endurance, pumps. It's a nice overall well-rounded ingredient, and like I say, it's in there at a nice dose as well. So pumps are looking pretty nasty so far. Then we got L-tyrosine at 1 gram. Decent dose, you know, that's the lowest we would normally accept. So he's gone, you know, he's hitting what we'll accept. So 1 gram is good. That's going to help with your focus and concentration. We love to see it, especially paired with stimulants. It gives that nice clarity feeling. So thumbs up on that one. And then we move down to one that you don't see all too often in pre-workouts, in the form of Rhodiola rosea, 100 milligrams. It's a bit of a low dose compared to what we have seen, but from what I understand, Greg's going for more of an accumulative style pre-workout, aka one you take daily and these dosages build up in your system and become more and more effective. So he's not going for an absolute acute, you know, this has to work right now necessarily scenario. It's more of an overall big picture sort of outlook that he's gone on it. But 100 milligrams isn't shocking, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying we've seen higher. We've seen, you know, the 3 to 4 to 500 milligrams before. So yeah, it's going to help with anti-stress, anti-anxiety. It's a bit of a calming ingredient. So I guess it's just going to help a bit with mental fatigue to perhaps take away from some of the anxiety-inducing effects that pre-workouts can have and life in general, really. So yeah, that's in there. Then we've got theobromine at 200 milligrams, a nice juicy dose of theobromine. Typically, I'd actually say you only normally see 50 to 100 milligrams, so 200 is definitely decent. That is a mild stimulant, pairs nicely with caffeine. It's the ingredient in chocolate that dogs cannot digest. We always say that because, you know, it sticks in our bloody heads. But yeah, that's going to help with mood boosting properties, with blood flow, and a little bit of stimulation as well. So that's going to pair nicely with the caffeine, like I say. Then we've got citicoline at 400 milligrams. Respectable dose. We prefer alpha GPC ourselves, but citicoline isn't a bad form. You know, it's definitely better than choline bitartrate, so thumbs up from that perspective. But again, that's going to help with the focus, the cognition, pair nicely with that L-tyrosine for that side of things. Then we've got caffeine anhydrous, a nice fast-hitting stimulant that's going to wake your brain up, tell you, come on, let's get going. 350 milligrams, which would actually argue is the sweet spot dose. The dose that I would say is most averagely seen in pre-workouts these days, you know, between 300 and 400. So he's gone right in the middle. Perfect dose, cannot complain with that, especially for a more daily driver-esque pre-workout. So great amount of caffeine there. And then we move down to huperzine A at 10 milligrams, obviously yielding 100 micrograms. Fantastic again when it comes to the focus, the concentration, the memory, the learning side of things. Going to pair nicely with the L-tyrosine and the citicoline for that focus, dialed in tunnel vision feeling. So the formula is looking really great in our opinion. There is no digestive aid, which you could argue you probably need with something that's 33 grams, but we'll have to see in real life. You know, labels are just labels, as famously said by Fitness Deal News, so we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But going on face value, a stacked daily driver-esque pre-workout, no real holes in the formula, no mega underdosing. Obviously, it's full transparency. You're getting juicy pumps by the looks of it. You're getting a nice bit of endurance. You're getting your focus. And you're getting a respectable amount of stimulation. So, you know what? Looking at it, not a bad label at all. And in fact, I could definitely see it rivaling Gorilla Mode and, you know, pre-workouts of that caliber. So anyway, we have been in talks with Greg Doucette over Instagram, and we will be getting a tub to review for you guys ASAP. So stay tuned for a full comprehensive review of the pre-workout once it drops. But yeah, let us know what you think of the label down in the comment section. Is it underwhelming? Is it overwhelming? Is it pretty much what you expected? We want to know. And as always, stay stimmed.
Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling